I tried to get the time just right. It said 8:30, and I hit the button. This is the first time I tried scheduling it. Thanks for tuning in, whoever's here. Appreciate you guys. Figured the wife got a house, an extra house, and I've been going crazy with that most of the week. I was supposed to work. I was off all week. I was supposed to be working on the car all week. The only thing I really got done was the channel. I've been dying to get out here in the garage and got home a little late, so this is the only thing I can do tonight. Gonna weld the package tray in tomorrow. What's everybody else doing? What's everybody else working on? How's it going? I don't know if you guys can see the car real good. I got the trunk up. Hopefully some of you guys saw the last video. I got that channel piece in for the rear glass. I still got to dress the welds. I was hoping I could heliarc them, man, but that heliarc just hated that weld through primer, both on the factory weld through primer and the stuff I had there. I even scratched at it, and it was just making a mess. I think it's too slow of a process, if that makes sense. I don't know. What kind of suspension you putting on there, 55? Coilovers, moving the springs underneath the frame maybe? What's going on? What's going on, Mike? How you doing, buddy? Your car sounded really good in the last video. According to you, that's a good price you got too, man. Might as well, hey, run it into the ground for that cost, That's cool. That's cool. Front coilovers, rear release. I guess, what is that? What do they use? Tubular A-arms and everything for that? They got like a kit you get, or are you guys getting parts from, sourcing them from somewhere else? Yeah, man, I'm not there yet, Chris. I mean, my wiring harness came today, finally. 7 weeks it took. I think I could have got it quicker from Summit, the exact same thing from the American Auto Wire, but I wasn't thinking because they have them in stock, and Auto Wire built mine to order, I guess. And I finally got it today. I didn't even open the box because I want to buy the dressing for the dashboard, and then I'm gonna sand it all. It's in black epoxy right now, but I got to clean it, and then I got to sand it, and I want to get all the dress pieces before I start laying in the wiring. Right on, Mike. Run her till she blows. Yeah, took a while. Really? Okay. Because I mean, after I get done this, I might do another tri-five. I might do, the opposite. This is a gasser, straight axle. It's going to go fast, straight, and not much else. But I might try like something like that, 55. You guys see Fiano? He went live for the first time yesterday. That was pretty cool. He was giving away a T-shirt. He made it for his 600th. It was pretty cool. I'm paying attention to this, learning from other people's stuff. What's going on with this windshield now? I heard that 55. That this, you just change the suspension on these old frames, and they do pretty good. A lot of people spend a lot of money on them highfalutin frames, with the where they Fat Man and Art Morris and stuff like that. But I know my frame's a little bent. I don't know. Way back in the very beginning videos, I think I showed one shot where you could see where the hook mark was on this driver's side where they pulled the frame back. I guess when they cut the side of the car off. Figure it's a gasser. Who cares? I got a bar going across. I welded a shock bar on the frame, and then I'm going to weld the bar across to catch the ladder bars, and then I got the transmission bar in the front, so it's together in 3 more places. Should be all right, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, on next 55, I think I'm going to definitely go the other way, and try to have a nice little cruiser with coilovers. Yeah, Chris, maybe we could all mooch a shirt off of Fiano. He said he drove right past my exit, but he said it was real late at night. So, and I go to bed early. I'm in bed by 10 o'clock. I'm embarrassed to say. I mean, like today, I worked really hard down there. My wife got that property, and it's a really nice house. Her grandfather built it, but it's really old, plaster lath. As a matter of fact, like the switches in the wall, they're all still one wire. Everything else, my father-in-law tried to change what he could, but I'm going to have to get some more rewiring done. I'm waiting for vendors to come back with prices and stuff. I'm going to put windows in it. So I don't know what we're going to do with it. It's got a nice little garage, but dude, it's so old that the roof, I'm pretty sure it's coriated asbestos. I'm not sure. I'm going to have it tested. We'll see. That it's really old. It's like on the seams, it's got lead cap. 600 bucks. That ain't bad. Now, are you disc up front? Obviously, your disc up front and drums in the back. This got GM discs on the front and Ford like a Bronco type of discs on the back. I kind of like the Ford disc brakes on the back. I like the way the emergency brake cable hooks up on them. They're really cool, man. How'd you pull it in, Mike? How you doing, Casual Customs out of New York? Right on, right on. Yo, Mike, did you do a video when you put your windshield in? You're saying you had to pull it in? Would you use a strap? Okay. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I see all kinds of nice stuff out there. I know everybody uses what is it, like a 70 Chevelle bucket seats look good in these. The original bench seat looks nice in these too. But if you're going to go to the track, you really should have a race seat, But I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm just going to put a roll bar, I think, on mine, and then just those seatbelts that just loop around the bar, and you just bring them over. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't know what this thing will run. If they throw me off the track, then I'll know. You know, I got to do something else. Right on 55. Oh, Mike, you should have videoed that. That would have been a cool video, man. You know, sometimes just put it in time lapse and just show the important parts and or something. Because that's something I really want to see as a glass. Maybe Chris will video his. I was going to test my side glass. Yeah, you see, I was thinking the same thing, Chris, but I want a comfortable seat on the passenger side for my wife, you know, and maybe something that can strap me in tight on my side. I'm not going with a full cage. I'm just not going to do it. I'll put a roll bar in. That way they'll let me on the track, and if it goes too fast and they throw me off, then I'll just get one of those, what do they call them? They just go around the driver's side. Because I want to street drive mine. Car shows and stuff. It's more like it's a gasser, but what do they call them? Street freaks or whatever. Are you going to video putting your glass in? Are you videoing that, Chris? That's the only glass I got. I got my backside glass. Because Fiano told me which stuff to buy. He's going to show me how to put them rubber. That's the only thing I didn't weld on that quarter is that window, because I'm waiting to see if he's going to be able to help me with that. I'm surprised my black glass didn't break. It's been sitting over there in the corner since I got the car. It's the only piece of glass that wasn't shattered that I got. I don't even know why I'm saving the other stuff. It's all broken. I thought I might need some of the stuff for it, but Auto City Glass, you can get everything. They make everything. It's already on there, so I think I'm just going to do that. You guys got to get some tripods for, so you can get them for your cell phone if you don't have like a GoPro or something. I actually have one around laying over there on the thing. You can tripod your cell phone camera, so you guys could take some footage of you putting your windshield in, Chris. That'd be cool, man. I don't know if there's any. Is there any YouTube videos out there on how to put the glass in a Tri-5? I think I have it over here. I mean, I think it was like $10 on Amazon. Yeah. It's right here. Put your phone in here and you can tighten it up. And then these legs come down. I don't know exactly how they come down, because I bought this thing and I never used it. My wife ended up treating me to one of those GoPros, and that tripod I got back there, I took the whole top off of that. I bought that. Remember when you used to have the big VH cameras? I took the top off of that and glued the packing piece for that the GoPro came in, just a plastic piece. I cut it up with scissors and glued it on the top of there. And I use that tripod, man. That thing's 15 years old or something, older than that, however old it was. Y'all know, you guys remember them old VHS. Yeah, but these things are on Amazon. You can see the feet. I don't know how the heck it's supposed to come down. Yeah, there it goes. They're just a little stuck. Put your phone in there and you can prop it up on something. Be cool. Well, yeah, but that's what these are for, Chris. You put your phone in here, and it got a clamp that clamps it. That's all you need is a phone. I used my phone for the first year and a half I was doing videos. This is my wife's Air Book. I don't know. It's got its own camera in it. You can. How do you edit, or do you just upload right from your phone, Chris? Because if you could edit on a computer, you can, do a time lapse and speed it up, like on iMovie and stuff. Can you use heat, Mike? I mean, I don't know. I like put it out in the sun for a while so that the windshield heats up. So whenever you have to pull it back in like that, maybe it would have moved a little easier. Okay, that's how I used to do it too, Chris. Yo, what's up, Cheval Ranch? How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming over. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I'm gonna have to check that out. 55, the glass insulation. Because I got, like I said, I got no idea. I heard you got to use, like Mike was saying, you got to use a rope. I mean, with no swap meets and everything, yeah, everything's aftermarket on my car. That's cool. That's cool. I appreciate you coming in, Chevelle. I really do, man. I mean, there's no car shows, no nothing. My wife's hitting me with the shillelagh to work on this house for her, and I just want a little bit of garage time, so I come out here with the computer and see if I can get anybody to come in and talk about cars. We got the usual suspects in here, man. I know you're saying, Mike, you had your windshield upside down, but like before you install it, I'm wondering if you put it out in the sun for a couple hours, just set it up and like set it on a table out in the sun, let it get good and hot, and maybe I don't know, a 55 gas posse. Don't let your Chevelle buddies find out you're hanging out with us old Tri-5 guys, man. Yeah, I'm going to switch gears for a little bit. I'm tired of working on sheet metal. These back transition pieces, man. I did not enjoy that job. I still got to weld that one inside one over there. I want to weld that package tray in, and I think I want to do something else. I might just pull that wiring out of the box and look at it. I really want to start my engine up. I guess I could do that without the wiring harness, really. Just jerry rig some parts up. I got to get a starter. I think I have just about everything else. Right on, right on. You know, I actually saw a gassed up, well, you guys probably all seen it. I saw a gassed up Chevelle. It's yellow. I think it was a 65, and it had the moon on the door. It was for sale on eBay like 3 or 4 years ago, and I see a picture of it every once in a while on one of the gasser pages that I'm on Facebook. I can't remember which one. Yeah, you're right, Casual Customs. I got to call and get a starter. I guess I got to buy my starter from Speedway. I bought the flywheel from them. I bought the transmission from them, so they'll know exactly what I need. I know it's a smaller wheel, the smaller toothed wheel, I think, even though it's a big block. They assured me it would work, and it fit. Hey, what's going on, Blue Yellow? How you doing, brother? I don't know, brother. I think maybe, Mike, because you can't mouse and click, and you know how like you can make the live chat disappear on your phone or reappear? Maybe that's why. I don't know. You're talking to a caveman on a rocket ship, man. I'm lucky I'm this far. That's cool, Evan. You know, there's no rule on that. A lot of people ran stock front ends. What made it a gasser, I guess, is that you were using gas. You weren't using a race fuel. You were running gasoline. So, I mean, a lot of guys did the outrageous stuff. I love the straight axle look myself, but yours probably going to handle better on the road. Right on. Doing good, brother. A little tired. Like I said, my wife got this house. Man, her grandfather built it in like 1926. It's all plaster lath. And there was tenants in there for like 20 years, and they didn't take care of nothing. And they had a cat that peed everywhere. It's just see me trying to get that carpet out of the house. Not fun. All right, that's cool. Are you building your own front end Chevelle Ranch, or are you getting a prefab? I'm not good at geometry, so I went with the prefab. Cost a little bit more, but worked a lot of overtime, that's all. Yes, they are cool, Chris. That's cool. That's cool. My front's going to be about an inch higher than the back, just a small rake. I don't want it to look like, you know, like a dog dragging its butt across the carpet. I mean, I do want a little rake, but I don't want it crazy where I can't even see. I thought I actually when I built my rear suspension, I did it myself. I got some 1957 shackles, turned them upside down, and I mic'd the rubber. My buddy made me a couple tubes in the lathe, the width of my frame. I put the hole in the frame, put them through, welded them up, and hooked the shackle through the frame that way. And then I just built a bracket on the front and welded it right underneath the frame. No pockets or nothing. I thought my back was going to be up, but it's not. So it's about stock ride height. I mean, I got a big fat sidewall, and the top of it just about disappears. There's only about I don't know 2 inches showing of it. So I was happy with that. Yeah, I hear you, casual customer. I didn't want to get all mixed up in that. Like I said, I'm going to go to like the nationals and stuff, and I want to be able to go on the track and party, but I still want to be able to drive to the car shows. You know, I got 456 gears in there. They're little tall, but that's why I went with the 5-speed transmission, and that's why I got the nice tall tire so I can get the RPMs down on the highway. You know, I had my rear guy did the math, and it was either an overdrive transmission or a 5-speed, so I went with the TKO 600. They had a sale on it, Speedway. All right, cool. He's a cool dude, man. Did you live near him, Chris? Or are you guys just buds? Yeah. I might actually try one someday, Chevelle Ranch. Like the one I got from Nikki's, it's a Speedway kit, really. It's just they put their, what is it, camber, I think it is. They put their camber on it and their steering box and the brackets and the engine bar holds a small block and a big block Chevy and everything's ready. I mean, Steinberg, man, he sent me the stuff, the drawing where he wanted it cut. And when that kit showed up, man, it plugged right in. All I had to do was weld it up. It's like that's what it was, the worry of that, because I mean, I can weld. I'm an industrial mechanic. I never built a car before, you know. I wanted a gasser, but I didn't want to go down the road like, you know, with the steering wheel coming out of my hands. So I paid a little extra for the engineering, man. But I don't care. Like I said, I worked a ton of overtime to get it. So that's what I did. That's what my buddy has in his Camaro, Mike. He got 488s. He's talking about going down to uh, like a 456 like I got. He's got the 5-speed Tremix too. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. It was from the ground up, dude. You see this shell. The only thing on here that's old is the roof, the dash, and the pillars. Everything. Well, the front clip too. It's like, and it's that job come out so nice. I got to try to use it. That roll and tilt nose. I mean, the fenders are shot, but you couldn't get nothing. And I needed something to do for the peak of the pandemic, so I'm like, I built it with what I had laying around the garage. The only thing I had to buy was the bearings. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Slow Sled? How you doing, man? I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in PA. I'm in Northeast, right by the call it the tri-state area. I'm about 10 minutes from the Jersey. I'm about 10 minutes from Delaware. I'm in that right the tri-state area. How about you? Where are you from? Yeah. Closest I ever been to Washington State was, I think it's, what's the name of that forest in Northern California with the big redwoods? Yosemite, maybe? No, maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it was Yosemite. All right, cool, man. Seems like the there's a big gasser crowd down south. But I heard they're pretty strict, man. It's like, they only want 4 speeds or blah, 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 or this and that. Yeah, I remember you saying that, 55. You were having reception problems. Well, thanks for getting beamed in, Chris. Chris, welcome to the club. Yeah. When there ain't all this crazy stuff going on, that means longer summer means more race time, too. The closest track to me is, the heck's the name of it? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. Yeah, they do. That's how I'm making mine streetable because I all this effort, I want as much seat time as I can get. Hey JJ, how you doing, man? Right on, brother. I do that sometimes too. I put the little earpiece in, listen in on YouTube shows. And one power wagon. That's cool, man. All right. Wow. I don't think I'm going to be able to go that fast. I mean, you guys that are more like I did go to the track. I had a 79 Z28 and it had a 350 in it. It was a 4-speed with T-tops. And I went to the track. My buddy went down there. It was like they're testing tune night, so they let anybody go down the track. And I pulled up, and the guy's like checking my T-tops. These aren't going to fly off on my track, are they? I'm like, no, sir. And he let me go down the track, and I can't remember the exact thing. It was like in the quarter mile, I think it was 13.1 seconds. So when I pull around and I'm coming up through where the little hut is, the lady comes over, and I put the window down. It was electric windows. It was a nice Z28. I put the window down, and she goes, "That wasn't very quick. Did you have the AC on?" And I was like, "It was my first time." And she made fun of me. She looked down. she goes, "We got a virgin over here." It was pretty funny. But it's in Maryland. It's on the tip of my tongue. The track my buddy took me to. Oh man, I can't think of it for the life of me. It's right there in Cecil County, Maryland. I'll think of it after I get off the computer. But I ain't a race guy. But I mean, you guys, I'm going to take it to the track. I'm going to play, and I'm just wondering. I mean, I got 456 gears. I got a TKO 600. My engine's a 468 big block Chevy. Made 500 horsepower on the dyno, and it made 510 foot-pounds of torque at 4,100 RPMs. So you guys tell me I should be around 11 or 12 if I did it right, or if I go through the gears right and everything right. I don't know, maybe 12, maybe 11. You guys know that kind of stuff. Yo, what's going on, Gorney? It's a Cecil County Dragway, but it's got a name around. I forget. I'm gonna look it up. It's on the tip of my tongue. I guess, yeah, that's it. Cecil County Dragway. But there's like a slang name that they use around here. But yeah, that's where I took it. And that lady had some fun at my expense. That's the only time I ever went down a drag strip, guys. I mean, I want to do it. I want to have some fun, but I'm by no means a pro. I'm, I'm like amateur hour guy. I figure, I got good gears. I got I don't know, the TKO 600 supposed to be able to take the horsepower. I ain't got a super horsepower engine, 500 horsepower. Should be more than enough for somebody like me to get down the track. And that's it. I just looked it up, and it says Cecil County Dragway, but there's a name they call it around here, and I can't remember. Yeah, my Z28, I had a lot of fun with it, and I bought it for like $9,500. I put 1,000 in it and sold it for like, I don't know, I think it was 11,500. I think I made $300 after you factored in everything. I put nice Hedman headers on it. I put a nice stainless steel exhaust the whole way back, the X pattern. That was shady. That was before I had my garage. We had that thing, my buddy Mike come over, and we had that thing up in my driveway. I swear we had it 3 feet off the ground, and it was a T-top car. So we went up a little. And I was like, got it up to where I could almost sit straight up and down under it to put the exhaust on there. And my driveway's on a slight slope, so I was a little concerned. You always had to squeeze one extra guy in. We had a music festival when we were kids back home called Music Alley, and it was in Nazareth, PA. I think the farmer ended up getting in all kinds of tax evasion trouble because he'd make a killing every year on that. He'd charge like, I don't know, 12 or 15 bucks to get in, but it was for the whole weekend. And I mean, even if you were a kid, there were so many beer kegs in there and everything else. Oh, 15 bucks was a million back then. So I actually snuck in the trunk of my buddy's 79 Trans Am, crammed in the trunk. Yeah, Cecil County Dragway. Yep. On mine, Mike? No, I didn't put a frame stiffener on mine. Are you talking about my 55 or my 79 Z28? I think it had a set of slapper bars in the back, if I'm remembering right. I didn't put them on there, but there was no frame stiffening kit or anything like that. Oh, the 55, no. I got a shock mount bar in the back that I put because I'm not going to put the shocks to the body. When I put my ladder bars on, I'm going to have a bar right there where it catches the ladder bars, and they're 5 foot long. And then another 2 foot in front of that, I got a cross member. That's going to be a bolt in. But if I'm going to do something, I might tie, I mean, I don't know if I have to, but I might tie something from the ladder bar to the shock bar, maybe. I don't know. I know my frame's not right. I mean, my back, to get my passenger door to close right, I bet you I got a 1/4 inch of shim back there on the passenger side and none on the driver's side. And it grows as it goes. So then there's a little less than a 1/4 at the next body mount, then a little less. And then when I get right under the front ones that I made homemade, there's none. But I had to put that little shim. And you can see the hook mark on the frame of the driver's side. I should have tried to straighten it out whenever I cut 2 foot of the frame out on the driver's side and replaced it. I should have tried to straighten it up a little better then. I don't know. I just X'd it out then so nothing would move. Just had some temporary bracing in there. Them are in my like very first videos. Yeah, I took like right where the spring perch was on the driver's side. It just was rotted to nothing. It wasn't worth even trying, so I just braced the frame and cut it out. I showed that in the last video, I think, Mike. The last time I was live, I got the patterns over there. I made it come out pretty good. Oh, that's cool, Chris. Dude, that guy, you know what I mean? I know his stuff's a little pricey, but I mean, he's like a resource. I mean, I could call him right now. I mean, I got his number on my phone. He always answers me. I mean, he talked me through how he thought I should move my springs before we knew my frame was bad. And, you know, he's a really great guy. I mean, I can't say enough good things about that man. Fat Daddy. Yeah, on the front, I pull one out for you. They got bushings. There's a catch bar for them. There's also bushings for the back, but they're pull one out here. Yeah, there's the front of it right there. That's bushed. And then I can pull the braces and the brackets out. You see where these holes are, how they go in. There's a steel plate you weld onto the axle, and then you put them in there. I got to send these out and get them. I think I'm going to get them powder coated. I don't know. Maybe I'll just sand them up and paint them. I need to save some money, buy something else, you know. Dude, I'm telling you guys, I was this close to buying another 55 Chevy about 2 weeks ago. It popped up online. The guy never answered. It was pretty nice barn find. But you know how that goes until you start digging. I was just going to throw it in storage and, you know, wait until this one was done and then do another one. Because now she's got that other house. It's got a garage down there. I got to put something in that garage. In my other house, my kid lives at like two, 3 blocks over. It's got a garage, but that's kind of a wet garage. I don't want to really put anything any good in there. Gets water running through it. It's one of them shared garages. This half belongs to this house. This house belongs to the other house. The water comes through from that way. I can't do nothing about it. Yeah, it's a small one. She lets me do it, though. She lets me have stuff, so. Yeah, they are old school, dude. They're 5 feet long. I'm painting mine white, Chris. Whether I powder coat them white or paint them white, I'm going to do mine white. I think I'm going to do my headers white, too, my exhaust white. I like that old school look, you know. Maybe go with like I don't know. Everybody's gasser's black, but nothing's catching my eye. It's like I'll probably end up black just because. Mine was already in primer. Somebody ruined it before I ever got to it. Mine was nothing but a clay. Putty instead of clay. Yeah, auto purchasing disorder. It's kind of like how many cars you have, you need one more. I mean, everybody's like, oh, everybody like buying these newer cars, and they're great and they're cool and everything like that, like the new Mopars and stuff like that. They got all the modern amenities, I guess you could say, but I don't know. I like the old thump around stuff myself. I got my pickup truck for all the amenities and all that. I mean, even the seats are air conditioned, so I have it for that. I'd rather ride around and sweat in this than the ride in that. See, I heard that too, Chris. John says his system works, so we'll see. I mean, we'll see. So I look at it this way. I know where maximum torque on my car is. So if I tack up to 4,100 RPMs and let it go, one of three things is going to happen. The tires are just going to melt off the rims. The front's going to come off the ground and it's going to go somewhere if it bites, or something's going to break. We'll see. We got a welding machine, so if it breaks, who cares? And I got the one thing I'm not sure about, but I got that, what's that called? It's not a limited slip posi. It's that True Track. I got the True Track on mine. So I can't sit there and light the tires off all day at the track. I mean, I can get up there and spin them up and get the tires sticky, but I can't sit there and lay rubber all day. I ain't got a spool, and I didn't get a Detroit locker. I went with that. They're saying everybody's using the True Track now. So my rear guy suggested it, so I said, okay, let's do that. Maybe you guys know better. Somebody like you, Mike, racing cars all the time. No, you're a spool guy. I know that with racing cars. Left your sunroof open. Is that? I think if you go back 55 and look, I think there's like a 3-minute video where I had my frame out in the yard and I was hosing it off. You can see where I welded my shock bar in. Kind of like lined it up basically with the holes, and I tried to follow their directions. They're never perfect. Like I said, my frame wasn't perfect. I had to trim both sides when I put the shock bar up in there. Now, Casual Customs, do you do a bunch of builds? I'm gonna have to go over and check out your page. You got some videos up? Oh, okay, yeah, you're doing the Monte Carlo, and you got that 55 that's like Swiss cheese out back, and you were trying to decide whether to do it or not. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, you got the Monte Carlo. Yep, yep. Yeah, I was checking your videos out. They're cool. I'll tell you, you build that 55, man, you're going to be in the same boat as me. You need inside quarters. You need outside quarters. You need a floor. Probably need a firewall, or either that or just do the. I guess you can just get the toe boards, but you're still the tunnel around the tunnel is going to be rotted if it's anything like mine was, and it looks like. I kept the roof. My drip edges were nice, and my roof's nice. My dash was all right. Mike. I was gonna do that, but I didn't. The holes already, because like I said, this thing got whacked. I mean, I even before I put the floor up underneath the car and I was just bolting it on the frame, I had to play with it. So once I had it all together, I didn't want to mess with the distances or anything like that because I had all the holes already lined up. So I kind of made the bar fit what I have. I can only do one thing at a time. One, especially now, because now I'm rehabbing this house for the and this, so I'll probably have 2 or 3 days car days and 2 or 3 days working on this house days. I don't know. Do you guys want me to do a walkthrough of this house? Let you check it out. It's pretty nice, man. Rubber. That was the only thing. Believe it or not, that was the only thing that was new on this car was the bushings. I was thinking about getting urethane. I was thinking about even aluminum, but that's a little too stiff. We'll see. I might end up changing to a urethane, get a little stiffer ride. We'll see. Hey, how you doing, John Morris? Hey, listen. I mean, I don't know how to tell you how to, but I'll tell you what. I put the floor in this. I don't know. Are you taking the frame down? Are you going to just lift the body up and try to slide the floor in? Or are you going to bring the frame out? Because I mean, I had my frame out. I just bolted the floor right to the frame, and I bolted the trunk pan right to the frame too, because I changed that too. I pushed it up under the car. My buddy Kevin come over. We jacked it up. I shook the body a little bit, and it just popped right into place. Checked everything, tightened up on the body bushings, and went around and welded her up. Little stiffer ride, Mike. Yeah, that's smart. Body's jacked up. Yeah, I had mine sitting on rafters. In fact, that wood sitting up there, there's a little bit of it left there that I take apart and I'll use it for something else down the road. I had that thing going through with the doors off. I had a rafter in the front window and on the side and the back window. And I had a couple little, see them poles back there in the corner right there? Those are truck driver for the trailers to keep the loads from shifting. They were all bent up, and my boss gave me one of them. The plant manager guy gave me one of them property passes, and them little plates you see on there. I welded them to the old quarters and jacked up on the back just to kind of hold everything steady and level everything out. I just pushed the frame with the floor and the trunk right up under the car and jacked it up, shook the car, and it popped right into place, man. I couldn't believe it. I hope yours goes smooth, John. It's not a horrible job. It's just, I mean, I guess obviously you're going to change your rockers too, or did you leave, or the rockers good enough and you just cut the welds off of the inner quarters and the rockers and are going to try to reuse them? Or are you putting all new rockers in, and are the bottom of your inside quarters okay? Or did you have to? I had to put all brand new inside quarters. Mine were rotted so bad, so far up, it wasn't even worth trying. It would have just been, like I said the last video, I would have ended up naming this thing Patches if I tried to just patch it. Cool. And I guess the bottom where your inside quarters attached to the floor are probably in decent shape. Are you mini tub, or are you just going to run stock fender wells, or excuse me, wheel wells? Well, that's something for me to think about, Chevelle Ranch. Like I said, I just used what I had here. It was the only thing brand new that I got with the car. I got taken for a ride on this thing, man. I paid $6,000 for it, man. I thought I got a deal. You saw me coming. Okay, that's cool. I had to get new inside quarters, so I went with they sell them with the mini tub kits already on them. So I got those, and I only had to like notch the floor a little bit when I got it. It fell right in. If I had a longer cord, I'd open the door and walk in there and show you. I even made a nice angle piece that's curved, and it just takes up all the space. You got to steal, Chris. I mean, I got this in, I think, 2012 or 2013 in North Jersey. And there was nothing around. There's nothing around here. I mean, and everybody wants a mint for everything around here. And that was the best deal. He actually had a 56 sitting there, too, that was in a little better shape. Like, it had a 327 already in it. But nothing else. You know, it had a fiberglass front end that came with it, but it was off to the side and it was real wobbly. And I just settled on this. It's what I always wanted. It was like I didn't want I've always wanted a 55, and I wanted the gasser. I sat there and made the model stuff when I was a kid, and it's, you know, it's what you want. It's what you want. Yo, what's up, North Carolina Auto Man 57? What's going on, brother? In comparison, Chris, yours was pretty clean, brother. I mean, I know you were chasing rust, but believe your braces are still intact. I mean, when you took that rocker off and your brace up there, dude, nobody's is. It's unbelievable that yours was not only serviceable, it was in good shape. Them things are always rotted out, man. That's cool, dude. Mine was in one of them long barns with open ends on both sides. And there was like sheep and goat in there, and they were screaming at me the whole time I was in there looking at the car. They were in pens on the side, and these cars were just pushed right in the middle. It was a real barn, and there was no doors on either end, but it was about 80 foot long, and it had stalls on both sides. There was this car sitting there, and a little further up was the 56. My car is a post. It's got the brace going up right there. Now, how do you guys treat your headers? That's one of the next things I want to do. You guys just paint them with that ceramic stuff and then heat them up once you get your motor running? Because I don't want to be spraying all in there when they're already hot and all that. I mean, anybody got any tips on that? Because I want them white too. Traction capital of the nation. Drag away. You had told me that last time, Chevelle, but I'm asking, like, do you just paint them and then wait till your engine's running and then heat them up, or do you paint that on after they're already on the car and do that heat up, cool down, heat up, cool down? Do you follow the directions? Is basically what I'm asking. I was thinking about making a hot box. I don't know. I mean, you painted your headers on your video, Mike? Yeah, you were heating them up and cooling them down, but I mean, did you paint it? Yeah, I guess did you paint them when they were already on there? Just masked everything off? Heat them up before you paint them? What do you just heat them with, like a little map gas torch, or? some, I mean, I was seeing like a video of a guy that made a hot box with like plywood and then put a heat gun in there with a thermometer and heated his up that way uniformly and then painted them. I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay. See, I should have when I bought my headers from some Speedway. I should have had them already ceramic coated, and I didn't do it. Okay, I'll try a hot box, North Carolina Auto Man. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right. I gotta get a pencil. I'm writing it down, Chevelle Ranch. I'm going to write down the other one too, Ironhead. I'm going to read up on both of them. I saw that video I was telling you guys about where a guys would make a hot box out of plywood. I wrote them both down. And he would hang the headers in the hot box, and he would like get a heat gun, like for taking paint off of wood or something. He'd stick it right into one side and get the whole box real hot with the header in there and a temperature gauge. Then he'd open it up, shut off the gun, paint it, and then heat it back up again. I got to watch it again. I'll make a video on it. I don't care. Worst thing that can happen is I'm going to have to sand it off and paint it again, right? I don't care. Yeah, I seem to remember that, Mike, because I bought Hedman headers too, and they had the silver ceramic on them, and I had to heat them up, bring them down, heat them up, bring them down. Funny story, man. Right after I got that done and I treated them and everything, and I was telling you guys I went to the Cecil County Dragway and I actually raced the car down the track. I went down the track a few times, and I had street tires. There was nothing special, and they were these little rims. I got to get a picture of it and show you guys. And I kept going. You heat your tires up the line. Man, when I was driving home, I swear, and I drove it home. I drove it there and I drove it home. And I'm driving home, and it's about 40 minutes away from here, and I can smell rubber burning. And I'm like, man, I'm losing a belt. I beat on it too much. Please get me home. So I pull in the driveway. It gets me home. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll check it in the morning. I really thought I smoked a belt. I got under there and looked. There was little balls of rubber. You guys that go to the track know, all over my exhaust, and that's what the smell was. So I spent all morning with a paint scraper scraping all that stuff off my car, swearing I'd never do that again. Have air cure. All right. I don't even know Slow Sledge. I seen a video and I can't remember, but that heat gun just blowing in a box. It's got to heat up, and you just have a big inlet, and maybe up towards the top, a little small outlet or something, and so the heat stays in there. I don't know. I don't know how hot it would get, but I know there's videos. I mean, I've seen a couple different videos on it. Like I said, I'll make one too. I don't care. Yeah. Does anybody still wrap theirs? You know, you see a lot of the old school guys. They put that like that ceramic wrap on them, almost like a wool on their headers. Does anybody still do that kind of stuff? And like little hooks welded into their header, and then you just hook them on there and wrap them. All right, like I said, I'll check it out. I just have to work every time I want something for the car. I just work some overtime. Last time it was the wiring harness. I ain't as smart as you, Mike, so I got the one that's pretty much plug and play. I do know a guy that I know a guy that knows a guy that has a powder coat oven. How's that? Nah, just to heat up, he's saying. Okay. Yeah, well, now we got to try something. That's going to have to be one of the next things after I do the package tray, because I only got those headers loose bolted on there. I just when I was building that tilt nose, and I just wanted to make sure I had enough clearance and room for everything, so I just kind of hand screwed them on there, you know. So it's going to have to be one of the next jobs after the package tray. Maybe we'll play. Let's paint the headers. I got some old uh, wood behind there somewhere. I got like a 4x8 sheet of that wafer board. I also have a bunch of this insulation still, because I still got to finish insulating a couple spots on the garage. You can see up there on that side right there. Make something real quick that I could take apart when I'm done with it. I don't know if they're having a Carlisle swap this year, Chris. I hope so, man. I haven't even looked. It's like I got so much going on right now, but I'd like to go up. There's a bunch of stuff I need. There's a guy on internet on Marketplace around here right now. He's got a lot of the. It's older. It's a little beat, but it would be all right. The dress kit for the dash. He has one kit. Then he has a whole dashboard, and he wants to sell everything at once. And I don't need a dash. And I was like, dude, see if you could sell it to Real Deal Steel. That's one thing they don't stamp is dashes. So they buy dashes to build the whole bodies that when they sell the whole bodies. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted like $250. I still might call him. It's cheaper than the brand new remanufactured stuff, but it's not. It's a little beat. It's not pristine. Take it easy, Chevelle, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. He's a cool dude, man. Yeah, Mike, you're better at that stuff than me. I know it's a lot of patience and time, and I don't have a lot of either. I worked a couple call-ins and another overtime, and my wife's like, just go ahead and buy the thing. And I bought the American Auto Wire. It's supposed to be plug and play. I haven't even opened the box. It's in the house. I should have brought it out and we could have opened it together. Maybe next Friday, if everybody's up for another one of these. I like talking to you guys, man. I don't have anything casual custom. I mean, I don't have anything. I need to dress pieces, the whole 9 yards that go that like the that go in. I don't have anything, and I got to open up the box for the. I got an American Auto Wire complete harness for a Tri-5 Chevy, 55 Chevy. I'm pretty sure it comes with all the switches. I got to get in there and look. I'm not 100% sure. I sure hope so. I paid a fortune for it. I don't know what all the. I know I get an ignition. I think I get a light switch. I know I get a dimmer switch. I could have swore I read that. I got to look and see. And then all the plugs plug right into all the lights and everything. It's supposed to be plug and play. I mean, I don't know. You have you ever dealt with them, the American Auto Wire? I think I'm going to end up getting a steer. I'm going to get. I did it like Chris did. I was looking at them last year. You guys don't even want to know how much money I got it. Well, you probably already know if you do these things. I mean, I don't even have a steering wheel, and I got $20-something thousand sitting here. I mean, but I didn't get a deal like you got on the motor either. I did get a nice deal on my big block. I got it for under $5,000, and I sent it down that engine shop, and the guy went completely through it, and I think it was just at $1,000 bill there. But I had him buy a couple extra things for me. I had him buy me my fuel pump and stuff like that because I was in trouble. And he was cool, so he bought me some stuff and put it on the bill. All right, man. If you have them, let me know. I mean, we'll work something out. I want to start sanding on the dash and get it ready to paint. I want to put like I said, I want to start my motor. I don't need the wiring harness for all that, but I wanted to start looking at it. What for the headers, Chris? Are you back on that? When wrapping the headers with lamb's wool insulation? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I hear you, dude. I mean, I gave over 3 for the transmission. I can't. I have to go in and look at the bill. I think it was. I paid a considerable amount for the rear too. I had it custom built. I laid the tires up under there and gave him rim face to rim face, and he basically built it from there. My perches are not welded on yet. They're just clamped on there right now because I don't know what my angle is going to be yet until I get some more weight on the car. You want just about all. I'm told you want just about all the weight on the car before you set that pinion angle. It's the only thing that don't scare me about any of this is the weld pieces on it. I don't care about that. I know I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do the headers first though. Like I said, they're just sitting on there loose. I got to take them off, treat them. And I think I'm going to drag my buddy up here to give me a hand setting it up. We'll get a jerry can or something, because I have to come up with a fuel pump. I got an electric fuel pump that's underneath the bench here, but I don't know if I want to hook all that up yet or what. I have the fuel cell, but I'm not going to put fuel in it yet because I'm not ready. So I'll use like a gas can. Believe me, I want to. Every once in a while, I'll go back and look at the video of it on the engine stand down there at the motor shop, just so I could hear it run. Yeah, I'm putting cutouts on mine. I don't know about you guys, but I'm putting cutouts on mine. I want to be able to flick a switch and let her rip, and but still quiet it down when I want to. All right, we might just do that. Yeah, it's pretty close, Mike. I mean, it's almost. I mean, if I get under there, I can't tell if it's a little tiny bit this way or this way to the tunnel, but it's pretty darn good. Well, I got to put the package trays just screwed in. The hinges are just screwed to the package tray, so I got to weld all that yet. I still got a little bit of welding back here on these transition pieces. Um, you know, I got a lot of welding up front on that tilt nose. I just want to stiffen some things up, and I want right now I got little plates just holding the fender to the hood. I want to solid that up. I'm going to lay a piece of round stock in there and weld it all the way down. Not solid, but in certain places. There's some other things I want to dress that up real nice, but that's down the road. I mean, I want to get this thing running. I still have to weld this window frame in, but I'm kind of waiting for the Tri-5 guy on that if I can. I'll wait a little while and see if we can get together on that before I give it a try. Because I'm going to try his system with the brackets that he made. I'm going to try that out. I bought the rubber stationary windows. They don't wind down. That's about where I'm at with that, John. I mean, I've replaced just about every piece of sheet metal on this: firewall, floor, trunk pan, full quarters, inside quarters, rockers, transition pieces, splash pan. The trunk's old, the roof's old, the dash is old, the pillars are old, and the front clip, it's garbage, but I used it. I put it all together to make a tilt nose. It came out pretty good, I thought. Yeah, I did all of it, brother. I didn't want a rust bucket, man. Getting anxious though. I'm getting a little antsy. I want to be able to, drive it soon. Maybe in the spring or midsummer next year, I'll be able to take it out and take it for a ride. I don't know. We'll see where we're at. My one buddy Mike come up. He was in the last video. He's going to like guide me through the body work. I mean, you guys should be able to see from here. It's pretty. I got it pretty straight. I mean, but you still got you still got to block the whole thing. I think I'm going to put a thin coat on it, cross hatch the whole thing just to make sure it looks nice and straight. I'm not going to take all this time putting sheet metal on and make it look like a wave runner going down the road. So the left axles is shorter than the right axle, 2 inches. Do you know the length? I have to go in and get the spec sheet, Mike. I'll look it up. I got a folder in there like this thick. The guy I used, he's on I don't know if you're on Facebook, Mike, but I got that. If any of you guys are on Facebook, look up Winters 1955 gasser build. Come on there. And my rear guy, he peeks in every once in a while. His name of his business is 8 and 9 Rears, and he built it for me. He come over, man. He come over and help me lay it up under there. And he's a really nice guy, man. I mean, he helped me a lot. He did. I got a little extras. That's all. I know that I bought the 35 spline. I remember that much, Mike. I didn't want to worry about things breaking, and my one buddy at work was in my ear, and so I got 35, and I got the big 1350. What's that called? That you bolt your universal on. I got the real good one. I think it's a 1350. I can't remember the word right now. All right, Slow Sled, man. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming in and talking. Yo. And I also know that the center section's nodular, Mike. It's a Yukon. If that means anything, I don't know. Yoke. Thank you, Douglas. Yoke. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do about a drive shaft. I'll accept, any kind of input on that. The guy I bought the engine from gave me a free one out of a truck over there. It's got aluminum ends with a carbon fiber inner from a truck. I don't know if that's strong enough or not. Maybe you guys would know, but it would have to be, you have to shorten it at the metal ends, I guess. I don't know if that's strong enough for this application. I might just go with a metal one. There's a shop not 15 minutes from here that doesn't. But he gave it to me for free. He's like, "You want this?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right." It won't take long for you to get pulled over with straight headers all the time, Chris. John, I got a 5-speed. I got it from Speedway. It's a TKO 600. I went with a 5-speed because of the gear ratio in my rear. I got 456 gears. I got the extra gear, and I went with a little taller tire to try to get the RPMs down when I street drive it, but it's still got some bite when I go to the track. Casual Customs, I'm not sure. It's out of I think it's out of a Silverado. It's over here. I mean, he gave it to me. So if I don't use it, I don't care. This is what he gave me. It's got aluminum here, and then this is carbon fiber, and then the other end's aluminum. I don't know if it's any good for this application or not, but it was free. Even if I don't use it, you got the old rock crusher in yours. That's cool. Yeah, but what's your gear ratio in the back? You could probably get away with it, If I left it just a 4-speed in mine, I'd have howled all the time. I wouldn't have ever been able to get the RPMs down. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Mike. Just go with a metal one. All right. I mean, these are things to consider, man. Everybody has a thing. Chris, are you putting a rear in yours, or are you going to run the stock when you first go? Because I'm understanding that yeah, with you hot rodding that engine, I'm told they won't last very long. I got one on the side of the house. You can have that one too if you want it, man. You're gonna grenade that rear, dude. That's what I was told. I don't know. Because yours is a big block too, isn't it? Don't you have a big block? That's a solid thing right there, John. I wish I still had my dad. My dad died at 56 years old. Yeah, you got a big block, brother. Just like me. I'm a 454. I think I'm a Gen 4, 454, 60 over, blah, blah, blah. It's 468 cubic inches after all the stuff that's been on it. Yeah. He died back in 2003. Lung cancer got him. I don't know if it was from all the cigarettes he smoked or it was from that crap they sprayed on them guys over there when he was in jungles. He was a Marine and he was in Vietnam. He was over there 67. So I don't know what got him. Probably the cool filter kings, but he had, some, things. Yeah. So even if your pop forgets things once in a while, at least you still got them, brother. That's really cool taking them out riding around. I dig that. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Casual Customs. Right on, brother. I might use the restroom in my pants if it dead hooks too. Because I'm going to give it everything it has, and we're going to see what happens. And I ain't no race car driver. Maybe you don't make one out of me. I don't know. I would like to have the front tires come off the ground. I would like to have that kind of torque in the seat. I don't know, though. It's going to be kind of heavy in the front with that steel tilt nose. Yeah, I know. It is, man. That's it gets my juices flowing. I see these videos of these guys racing their cars at the track, all this stuff. I'm on all them group pages and just watching that stuff, and I get all excited. I just come out here. Sometimes I come out here and I work nonstop, get the grind and dust in me and stuff. Sometimes I just come out here and sit and look at it and think, and get excited. All right. Now, Mike, do you drag race too? Because I've seen your cars. That look like mostly them are dirt track cars, right? Ovals, the little circle cars, or that's true. My brain hurt when I was trying to come up with how to do the tilt nose, man. I had straps holding everything on the hood, and I had wooden legs on there, and I'm climbing my head up in there trying to make everything fit. I don't know. Hey, I really appreciate all you guys, man, coming in and talking to me, man. I really do. All right. Yeah, I seen them cars you had, Mike. Um, I'm from the other side of. I'm in Pennsylvania, but originally I'm from the other side of the state. My wife's from the Northeast, and there's more work here, so that's why we moved here. And back home, they had a dirt track called Lernerville Speedway, man. And that was a lot of when we were kids. That was the big thing. Go up there and watch them guys run on that dirt track, man. Yes, Phil, I'm going to definitely street drive it. I'm taking all this time to build it. I'm definitely going to get as much seat time as I can. I'm also going to drive it on the track, take it to the track. Casual Customs, I'm hoping I can too. I don't know that my car will be done or not, especially with helping the wife with this property she just got. But I'm going to try like heck, man. If I don't make it to 2021, I'll definitely be there in 2022. But my goal is to try to make it to the Nationals next year. All right, cool. Where are you at, Phil? I'm in the Northeast. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm about 30 miles, I guess, south of Philly. I'm right by the Delaware line. Oh, dude, that's cool. You got a real shop up there, or you got your own business, or are you a hobbyist like me? You're about, dude. I mean, you're like 10 minutes from me. I'm over in Aston. Cool, man. Cool. See, you're real close, John. You have to go, man. I was talking. I don't know, you guys. Maybe some of you guys watched the Tri-Five guy. He won the Gasser in 2017. Somebody else won and left, and if you're not there, they redraw. And his was the redraw. The guys in Northeastern Gassers on Facebook was saying, "You believe that, man? Could you imagine your ticket being called? You wasn't there, and then next guy wins." Yeah, yeah. Now, Phil, you're 56. Are you running stock? Are you running a hot rod? Are you making a gasser? What are you doing with yours? Or what have you done with yours? That's all right. Those things jam. If I didn't get the big block, I'd have probably went with a 383. It's the thing to do. I actually found this engine on Craigslist, but it was also on Facebook's Marketplace, and it was listed $1,000 more on Marketplace than it was on Craigslist. So his wife listed it, and then he listed it on Craigslist. And then I got there, I beat him up for another bunch of money. And they're just, I mean, it's a 468, but it's, you know, it's just, I guess, and they're aluminum heads, but I think they're just Chinese. There's no name on them. It got domed pistons. It was sputtering real bad when the engine guy got it running for me, and he turned out he had to put those indexing washers on there because it wasn't jiving. See, John, you and Mike there, you both got heck of deals on your motors. Hey, man, those 283s will jump. You see a couple guys at the track, their front tires are coming off the ground, man, if they're hooking up. I got taken for a ride on mine, man. I really did. I got beat up. You know what? I'm kind of glad of it now because I always wanted to build a car or hot rod, but I never thought I'd have to go this far. I mean, I know where every weld on this body is. I know where every single one is. And if one of them busts loose, it's because I done it, you know? Well, you guys actually do the track thing probably more than me. Anybody got an idea if this was driven correctly? What kind of times it should post? Well, I guess every car is different, but that was me too, Mike. I gave $6,000 for mine. And then I look now, I'm sick to my stomach because of how nice of cars you can get for a lot cheaper right now. Northeast, man, I'm telling you, it's rough. Everybody thinks they got a mint car for sale. Yeah, Phil, we're gonna have to hook it up one of these times. I'd like to see what you got, man. And combine, check out my stuff. You're right around the corner. That's a heck of a deal. All right. Well, man, you just shoot down the road and go up Linville, past Linville. You know, in Aston, the old Village Green, you know where the Giant is in Aston? My yard's in the back behind the Giant, down over the hill behind that white fence. I got the brown tin shed, brother. I'm over on Village Drive. All right. Yeah. If you got a Facebook, man, look me up. Brian Winters. Look me up, friend me. Go PM and we'll get some addresses and stuff. We'll check each other's cars and stuff. That's cool. All right. Here I'm gonna type in the name of my build page. Ask her to look that up. Winters 1955 gasser build, and join up in there if you want. I mean, if she will for you, have her look me up, man. That'll be cool. Me and my wife are kind of like opposite. She won't. She tried Facebook. She didn't like it. I got it, and then she don't. But she does that Instagram, and I try. I'm trying. I got an Instagram. I got BW's Garage over on Instagram too. It hit me up over there, but I'm trying to learn that one. I mean, take it easy, Gorney, man. Thanks for coming past. Appreciate you, man. Oh man, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, hang on a minute. All right, John, you're in. All right, that's cool. Yo, 55. Thanks for coming past, man. Appreciate you, man. I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. We're 1 hour and 43 minutes in. I really appreciate everybody coming in and shooting the breeze and talking over about cars. There's no car shows or nothing. This is my piece of sanity, and I appreciate everybody. And I'll catch you all next time, man. I'll try to get some kind of video up maybe Sunday or Monday. I want to get this package tray welded in and a couple other things done. Nice talking to you, Phil. Nice talking to you, Chris. Casual Customs, let me know about them trim pieces for the dash, what you got. All right, look me up on Instagram, BW's Garage, or Winters Gasser Build on Facebook. All right, take it easy, guys. Everybody take care.